Also with us, Rachel Campos Duffy, Fox and Friends weekend co-host and host of Fox Noticias. Rachel, it's great to see you on the show. I don't know if you heard the conversation with Lucas, but it's kind of fascinating when you see all this stuff come together. I want to play this soundbite because this is Charlie Kirk's advice to a 13-year-old. Watch.
Learn something new every single day and focus on what it means to be a good person and a person of strong character. And especially when you get into the world of trying to be around social approval and kind of everything around you. Courage is what's missing in our country. We have a courage crisis right now. Aristotle said that courage is the ultimate virtue. Without it, there are no other virtues. Think about that. If people aren't courageous, you don't have honesty. You don't have justice.
Rachel, I know you are the mom of many. I'm wondering, when you hear courage is, we are missing courage in this country. What do you think?
I couldn't agree more. Ironically, my husband, Sean, had 2 tickets to go to the Charlie Kirk event today where he's going to receive this Medal of Freedom. And I gave one of them to, Sean went, and then he brought our daughter, who's a senior in high school, who's going to go off to college and love Charlie Kirk. Our culture gives us so few heroes and role models for young people like my daughter Paloma to look up to. And she couldn't wait to go to this event. She was so honored and thrilled. And it's exactly for those types of answers that he gave these young people. It was so wise beyond his year, and he had this connection. Even though he was, he was sort of on the cusp between millennial and Gen Z, he really connected with Gen Z, and he was a whisper of sorts between sort of the old right and the new right, and young people and sort of the boomer and Gen X generation. And he explained how they differed when it came to economics, their anxieties about the economy and raising a family and starting a family. And he also explained their differences when it came to war. They were decidedly anti-war. And also, he's been a real inspiration to older people. A lot of older people didn't understand or even know about this connection that he had between, with the younger generation. And when they started to listen to these videos, Trace, they started to realize, hey, this is amazing. The kids are going to be okay, because so many of them were listening to Charlie Kirk.
Right. You talk about how he had this relationship with young people. I want to put this up because this is Turning Point USA's Ways to Live Like Charlie Kirk. Okay, so you get to the top of the list, and it's honor the Sabbath, journal every day, send scripture to friends. And then you go to number 14, Rachel, and it's eat hot sauce. I mean, you talk about trying to create a rapport with young people. That's exactly what it is. I mean, there are things on here like you got to live some life. You got to really be respectful. You got to live some life. I've got about 30 seconds for you, Rachel.
Yeah, he was very Maha, very much of his generation in that way. But you know what? The most important thing he said, and I always think about that St. Augustine quote, our heart is restless, Lord, until it rests with you. And Charlie Kirk had an evolution where he moved from talking about tax rates and politics to talking about God and getting married young and having more kids than you can afford and all the things that our hearts truly long for. And that's why he had that connection. He didn't believe that Gen Z was a lost generation. He believed that they could be won over if you talk to them honestly and you talk to the things that they really longed in their lives. So many things that were missing from their lives as we've thrown away Christianity and tradition and family. This is what these kids longed for. And he delivered that message with confidence and wisdom, and they loved him for it, and he deserves that Medal of Freedom today. I'm so glad I gave my ticket to my daughter. That's the next generation.
Yeah, she's probably glad too. Rachel Campos Duffy, great to have you on the show.
Yeah,
Thank
she is.
you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.